Good morning, students. We have already learned comparing like and unlike fractions. Like fractions. Fractions with same denominators are called like fractions. Unlike fractions. Fractions with different denominators are called unlike fractions. Today let us learn comparing mixed fractions. Example. Varun and Sheila are friends. Varun eats 2 full pizzas and 2 by 3 of another pizza. Sheila eats 1 full pizza and 5 by 6 of another pizza. Here, who eats more? Immediately we can say it. Who eats more? Varun alone eats more. Because Varun alone eats 2 full pizzas and some fractions. But Sheila eats only 1 pizza and some fractions. Here we consider the whole numbers alone. We do not consider the fractions or the pieces they can eat. He eats 2 by 3 pizzas and Sheila eats 1 5 by 6 pizzas. Look at the whole numbers. 2 is greater than 1. So, Varun alone eats more. So, when we compare mixed numbers, we have to check the whole numbers first. If the whole numbers are same, then compare the fractions parts. Next example, 4 2 by 5 and 1 by 3. Solution. Here the whole numbers are different. 4 is greater than 1. So 4 2 by 5 is greater than 1 by 3. So 4 2 by 5 is the largest fraction here. Now let us take 6 2 by 5 and 6 3 by 7. Here the whole numbers are same. So you look at the fractions parts, 2 by 5 and 3 by 7. We know that how to compare the unlike fractions. Yeah, we have to change the denominators and convert into a like fractions, then only compare. Here the LCM is 35. 5 and 7 are the denominators, they are prime number. So multiply 5 and 7, we get the LCM. Change the denominators as 35. So 2 by 5 is equal to 14 by 35 and 3 by 7 is equal to 15 by 35. Clearly 14 by 35 is less than 15 by 35. So 2 by 5 less than 3 by 7 and 6 2 by 5 less than 6 3 by 7. Here 6 2 by 5 is the largest fraction. Next, ascending and descending order of mixed fractions. Example 1. Let us take 3 by 4, 1 2 by 7 and 3 1 by 2. Look at the whole numbers. 1 is less than 3. So 1 2 by 7 is less than 3. Next 3 by 4 and 3 1 by 2. Here the whole numbers are same. So look at the fractions 3 by 4 and 1 by 2. Clearly 3 by 4 is greater than 1 by 2. So 3 by 4 is greater than 3 1 by 2. So your answer is 1 2 by 7 less than 3 1 by 2 less than 3 by 4. Another example, let us take 4 3 by 5, 4 5 by 6 and 4 2 by 3. Here all the whole numbers are same. So take the fractions alone, 3 by 5, 5 by 6 and 2 by 3. The denominators are different. So take the LCM. The LCM is 30. Then convert the denominators into 30. So 3 by 5 is equal to 18 by 30. 5 by 6 is equal to 25 by 30. And 2 by 3 is equal to 20 by 30. Then arrange it in an ascending order. Ascending order means smaller to bigger. So answer is 18 by 30, 20 by 30 and 25 by 30. Write the original numbers here. 3 by 5, 2 by 3 and 5 by 6. The ascending order is 4, 3 by 5, 4, 2 by 3 and 4, 5 by 6. If we have to arrange the mixed numbers in descending order, repeat the same process. Take the fractions part, convert into like fractions and arrange it from descending order. That means from bigger to smaller. Let's watch the video.
When you compare 4 and 3/8 and 3 and 5/8, right away you don't even care what those fractions are saying because you already know that 4 is bigger than 3. So who cares what the fractions say right now? Just ignore them. And you know that 4 and 3/8 is greater than 3 and 5/8 simply because 4 is bigger than 3. If it's a race between the two numbers and who gets there first, 4 is going to be bigger. So there's no contest when the whole numbers, there's a difference in the whole numbers, the fractions don't matter all that much. Again, 7 and 1/8 and 6 and 3/4. And this one it's pretty simple because I can tell right away that 7 is bigger than 6. So regardless of what the fractions say, I can tell the end result is going to be that 7 1/8 is greater than 6 and 3/4, simply because my whole number 7 is bigger than my whole number 6. But when you get to a situation where your whole numbers match, 1 and 1, in this case they're the same. Well, now we have to take a look at the fractions, okay? So now we can kind of ignore the whole numbers like we ignored the fractions. Now we can't erase them, we can just ignore them when we're making decisions. So now I'm really going to focus on comparing 1/6 to 3/12. As you can see right away, my denominators don't match. I have a 6 and a 12. So I've got to get this 6 to match this 12 so that it's easy to compare. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take 1 and 1/6 and I'm going to say that that is equal to 1 and 2/12. You know how to do this already. 6 times 2 is 12. 1 times 2 is 2. So I'm going to use this fraction to substitute for this fraction and compare. 1 and 2/12 is less than 1 and 3/12 because 2 is less than 3. So the end result would be 1 and 2/12 is less than 1 and 3/12, which I can take this same answer and move it back to the top and say that 1 and 1/6 is less than 1 and 3/12. Okay, let's try another example. All right, in this case, our whole numbers match again. So we've got to take a look at those fractions to decide which one is larger. And again, my denominators don't match. I have a 5 and a 10. So I've got to make my 5 match my 10 and get an equivalent fraction for 1/5. 3 and 1/5 is the same thing as 3 and 2/10. Just like before, I multiply by 2 and by 2 and leave your whole number alone. He's just along for the ride. And so now I can easily compare 3 and 2/10 to 3 and 3/10. It's pretty easy to see in this case that 3 and 2/10 is going to be smaller. 3 and 2/10 is less than 3 and 3/10. My whole numbers are a match, so I can't decide the bigger one there. So I have to look at my numerators. 2 is less than 3. So I can take this symbol right here and put it back into my original problem and say that 3 and 1/5, because it's equal to 3 and 2/10, is less than 3 and 3/10. All right.
To explain this scenario, I have taken the example of following mixed fractions. 1 and 3 out of 7, 5 and 1 out of 8, 4 and 5 out of 9. So when we are working for this scenario, what we have to do, we have to concentrate only on the whole numbers. So if we see what are the whole numbers in this case, so whole numbers are 1, 5 and 4. It's really easy to arrange these whole numbers in the ascending order, right? So 1 is the smallest, 4 is bigger, 5 is the biggest whole number. Once we have arranged the whole numbers in their ascending order, we can easily arrange the mixed fractions as well. We will just write the mixed fraction in the same order as per their whole numbers. So it will be 1 and 3 out of 7, 4 and 5 out of 9 will be bigger, and 5 and 1 out of 8 will be the biggest or the largest mixed fraction. So this was really easy, right? Now let's see another example of same scenario. This time I have taken these fractions: 17 and 3 out of 11, 13 and 5 out of 8, 14 and 7 out of 9. Again, in this scenario, we can see that the whole numbers are different. So what we will do, we will just write the whole numbers first: 17, 13, 14, and we know how to arrange them in the ascending orders. So it will be 13 is the smallest, 14 is bigger than it, and 17 is the biggest. So what will be the order of the mixed fraction? It will be same. So 13 and 5 out of 8 will be the smallest, 14 and 7 out of 9 will be the bigger, and 17 and 3 out of 11 will be the biggest. So friends, it was really easy, right? Now let's see the scenario 2, where the fractions are having same whole numbers. To explain this scenario, I have taken following fractions: 11 and 5 out of 6, 11 and 4 out of 5, 11 and 9 out of 10. So what we have noticed in this case, all the whole numbers are same. So we can't compare them, right? Because they are equal. So what we will do, we are left with our proper fractions. So we will compare them. Okay, so if we look at the proper fractions, so these are the proper fraction in this case: 5 out of 6, 4 out of 5, 9 out of 10. And in my previous video, we have already seen that if we get the proper fraction and neither the denominator is same or nor the numerator is same, so what we have to do in this kind of scenario, we have to make the denominator same by taking the LCM. And what will be the LCM of 6, 5 and 10? It will be 30. So what we will try to do now, we will try to make the denominator in these fraction as 30. So how can we do that? We can simply multiply the fraction in the numerator and the denominator with the same number, so that the denominator for each fraction becomes 30. So if we take the first fraction, which is 5 out of 6, to make denominator as 30, what we have to do? We have to multiply it with 5. So we will multiply numerator as well as denominator with 5. Now look at the second fraction, 4 out of 5. To make 5 as 30, what we will do? We will multiply it with 6. So we will have to multiply 4 with 6 and we have to multiply 5 with 6. Now the third one, which is 9 out of 10, to make 10 as 30, we have to multiply it with 3. So we will multiply 9 with 3 as well as we will multiply 10 with 3. So after multiplying, what we have got, now our fraction converted into these fractions: 25 out of 30, 24 out of 30 and 27 out of 30. We can clearly see that the denominators are now same. So comparing these fractions becomes easy, because now what we have to do, we will just arrange these fraction as per numerator. So the smallest numerator in this case is 24. So 24 out of 30 will be the smallest fraction. So 24 out of 30, then 25 out of 30 will be bigger, and 27 out of 30 will be the biggest. So we have achieved the order of the fractions, right? So what we can say, 4 out of 5 is the smallest, 5 out of 6 will be the bigger, and 9 out of 10 will be the biggest. Once we have got the order of the proper fraction, so we can use the same order to arrange the mixed fraction as well. So we will arrange our mixed fraction in the same order. So we can see that 11 and 4 out of 5 will be the smallest, 11 and 5 out of 6 will be the bigger, 11 and 9 out of 10 will be the biggest or the largest mixed fraction in this given scenario. So friends, this was also really easy, right? Like my all other video, here also I want to give you the keynote so that it is very easy to remember the point while you are working with the mixed fraction, or you have to compare the different mixed fractions. So we have seen two scenarios. One is where in the given mixed fraction whole numbers are different. So what we will do, we will just arrange the mixed fraction as per their whole number. The order of the mixed fraction will be same as their whole numbers. Okay.
Do the assignment.
Students, we discuss the answers in the next class. Please check the answers with your solutions. Thank you.